It's Thursday and I'm back up at the Bees today for another woodwork project. It's actually been an item on my to-do list since last half term. Now this thing here I boxed in sometime around Easter time because behind it is some awful oily machinery which was just disgusting. So I boxed it in, but firstly I didn't have enough to get to the bottom, and also this bit just sticks out a little bit. So I've got these old shelves which are, I hope, just about the right size to finish off the bottom. And to be able to make it stick out a little bit from what's there already and have something to fix it to, I've got this, which I think is about 2 by 2 inches, and it's a recycled bit of wood. It used to be a door frame in some props, some theatre prop or other, which I dismantled when it was being thrown away. So I've drilled and countersunk the holes, and now I'm going to put some of these screws in. They're about 18mm long, should be just about long enough. These again are recycled from the same props that I got this bit of wood from, although I just discovered that I've got some identical ones that I bought from Wickes. So if I run out of these recycled ones, I've got new ones. Okay, because there's no hole in this backboard, when I screw it in, it tends to push it away. So what I did with that one is I unscrewed it a bit and then shoved it against the board and screwed it in again. So let's try the same with this version. Right, well, that didn't need anything. That was much better. Well, I discovered that the reason it's easier to go in at the other end was because I didn't make it level. So I'm going to unscrew it and make it level. Well, that's all in and level. And these bits rest up against it, but there's not very much overlap. So I'm going to put some pieces of leftover floorboard underneath, which will just lift it up enough to give some overlap. So that's my bits of wood cut out, and I've drilled some holes in so that I can screw them to the floor using these decking screws, which are probably a little bit too long, but they will get lost in the void underneath the floor anyway. All done. Right, final bit of cutting. This end, I think I'm going to just shove it up as hard as I can against these cables. But this end over here, I'm going to cut it so that it goes over this sort of, used to be a heater I think, so I'll kind of cut out a piece here, big enough for this to slide over the top. That's marked out what I need to cut off. Not really got a suitable workbench up here, but I think this will have to do. Not bad really. Oh, that fits like a glove. Okay, the left hand bit is in. Just need to see how much of this I need. So I'm going to shove it as far as I can that way. And I just need to cut off a few centimetres at this end, so I'll just mark it there. Actually, I'm going to cut it off from this end, because then it doesn't matter if I don't get a very straight cut. So, with a bit of shoving, this should slot in, although I've just noticed this bit of metal is slightly in the way, and I might have to make a little cut out in the back of the wood here, but we'll see how it goes anyway. So I'll shove this a bit harder. It should just slot into place. Brilliant. Like that. Okay, so there's a little bit of a gap in between them. I might give it a go cutting a little piece off of there. Well, that was quite tricky, but I think I've hacked that to a slight angle. It's about 3mm less at the bottom now. So I'll shove that in and see if that makes it look a bit better. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty good now. That looks okay, I think. Right, let's screw that into place, and I think we are pretty much done. Well, there we are. That's finished. And it's not exactly, we B&Q kitchen, but it's a lot better than it used to be before I boxed it in at all. So there we go, job done for the day, I think.